Good evening to you,
Me?
everybody.
Do you see other people?
Howdy, howdy. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday night. Hope everybody's had a good day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had
Me
work.
too. Did you say I had to work? That was
I had to work. I had to work, period. But it was a pretty good day at work. I got some pretty good news. But yeah.
Yeah. You want to share with everybody or no?
I interview for something tomorrow. So. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm very nervous about it, but here we go. Anyway. Oh, the coffee's good. Welcome in. I feel like I'm working at a bar, Steve. I've got drinks all over the place over here. I got tea, I've got coffee, I've got Gatorade.
I got water, tea, and milk, and that's it.
Yeah.
I went with tea.
Stay hydrated, y'all. It got chilly here today.
Not here. It was 92 when I got off work.
Really? We didn't hit 70 today.
Really? It's currently 75 still here now.
The high here today was 63.
Wow.
Yep.
Mom said it was in the 60s up there too.
It's so nice.
So,
I actually wore my Peanuts American Eagle sweatshirt today.
Did you say peanuts?
Yeah, it's got peanuts on it. Not those peanuts. Charlie Brown.
Those will kill you.
Yeah. See, Snickerdoodle loves the Spirit jersey and leggings look I've got today. Yeah.
Your Spirit jersey?
Well, actually,
is she talking about her outfit or yours?
She's talking about her outfit.
Okay, good.
But actually, Snickerdoodle, I meant to text you a minute ago. Our Christmas Spirit jerseys in your ears came in today. So there you go.
Is this your matching outfit stuff?
Yeah. We got matching Spirit jerseys.
Yay.
It's the first ever Spirit jersey I've bought for myself. So there you go. Let me welcome in the chat. Let me go back up here.
Why not?
Get that done. Welcome in Nicole Happy Haunt, Stacy Rogers, Vicky Gillespie, Kenneth H, Marm in Memphis, Jan S. Disney, Fred O'Malley. Good to see everybody. Stacy Rogers, Vicky, or everybody's chit chatting. Robert Dixon, welcome in. Good to see you. Let's see. Where is it? There she is. The lovely, the beautiful, the ever so talented, the Daisy Duck to my Donald Duck, the Jasmine to my Aladdin, the Eve to my Wally, the Trinity to my Neo, and the Chili to my Bandit, my sweet Snickerdoodle.
Hey, Angela.
Hello, babe. Let's see. I be Rebecca. Welcome in. Sean Rogers. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Hey. Let's see. We got Snickerdoodle. Debbie Burnfeld. Hello, Mama Debbie. Good evening. Welcome. Bill Steffen. Welcome. Good to see you. Let's see. Let me scroll on down here, see who I'm missing. There's Marguerite Nagy. Welcome in, Marguerite. Spaceship Ears, good evening. Welcome to you. Let's see. I'm getting there. Chris S., welcome. Jeep and Joy, hello, neighbor. Welcome in. And Rye Guy, what's up, bud? Hey. Wendy B., hello. Main Street Nick, there's one of our Nicks. Good to see you. Look, it's Steve. There he is. The Handy Smurf to my Papa Smurf. The Grumpy to my Doc Dwarf. And the Robin to my Batman.
No, you got it backwards. I made the lists.
Mike ADNYC, what's up, bud? Good to see you. Let's see. Oh, Spaceship Ears. I'll come back to you, Spaceship. Bear with me. Let me welcome everybody in. Stephanie L, welcome. Good to see you. And I think we got everybody. Snickerdoodle said LOL, and Stacy Rogers said wow. Spaceship Ears. Let me. Where did it go? Oh, there's Jeff. This is our dream, buddy. Hey.
Jeff, it's not going to take us long before you can join.
That's right. Stephen K, welcome in.
Yes. Do you see what he went?
Good evening.
Good evening.
I might have messaged Stephen K today and say, I won't say good evening yet to you. And he replied, A2 Brute. But welcome. Spaceship Ears with the $20 Victory Hippo. Thank you so much, John. I really appreciate that. Very, very much, sir. Thank you. Let me get down here to the hippos. They like to hide now.
Are we done waving?
We're done waving, but I'm still waving.
Hippopotamus, hippopotamus, hippopotamus. Ow!
Oh, wait. Jason Thibodeau with the, welcome in, Jason, with the $10 hat backwards hippo. So we're just going to play the whole thing. Here we go. The rest of it.
I'm a hippopotamus. I like swimming, but I'm dangerous. If you get too close to me, I might just bite your feet. Oh. I'm a hippopotamus. I'm fat and dangerous. If you don't understand, I might just bite your head.
And just for Spaceship Ears, John and Jason being so awesome, and thank you so much.
Because something like hippopotamus. Talk about biting your hand if you get too close. Anyways.
I think I need to do another
I do too.
visualization to put to it.
See, Jeff almost did it Sunday.
Oh, yeah?
But he only said it one time, and it wasn't enough for me to I need a longer version, Jeff.
What I'm going to do is, I'll go in, I'll take that video, Tina, I'll study it extensively, and put the right emphasis on the moves. I'll nail it.
Got it. Rye Guy sent me a recording too. I've got to work Rye Guys up.
Nice. So, what, the hippopotamus song?
Yeah, the hippopotamus song. Rye Guy actually played the guitar and set it to it for me.
Oh wow.
So yeah. Yeah. So you get yours done and I'll just do them all at one time and we'll have a whole new rotation going.
Yes.
So
I feel like I gotta try.
Stacy said, so when I first started playing the Tina Dancing with Steve singing it, she wasn't a fan, but now she's looking forward to seeing it every time. So there you go.
It's become my favorite one.
It's yeah. See, it's the Stockholm syndrome. I lure you in and get you. Yeah. Anyway. Hope everybody's had a good day, good evening. We are finishing the book tonight.
Yep.
And to be honest, we didn't realize how much we were finishing the book tonight until
we got about 35 pages, maybe 30 something, 40. So less, but yeah, it's not gonna be quick. It's not gonna be long.
Nope. So we're gonna finish the book and then we'll do some chill. We're gonna work on some Legos, brickheads.
Yep.
And we'll get Jerf in here.
Yep.
Well, Jerf bought new Legos, but he won't tell us what they are yet.
Not until we start them, but he's still got to finish his other one.
Yep. So, Jay Grubbs, welcome in. Good to see you. Howdy.
What's up?
So, tonight we start off 3 chapters left, last 3 chapters. The first one being, it would take me the rest of the month to read 35 pages. says Jeff.
Well, oh, I was gonna say that's not the name of the title.
No. Snickerdoodle says she's already working on Diamond Art. So there you go.
Nice.
Tonight we start off on the chapter titled "A Tale as Old as Time." So, we left off last with Beast went to the village to recruit the help of Gaston and the villagers to go and try to rescue Belle. Meanwhile, Belle was being tortured by DRK, and somehow she slipped her restraints on her bed and escaped from the room she was being held in. She found a set of keys and went and started freeing the other inmates or detainee, whatever you want to call them.
Misfit Toys.
Yeah, misfit toys. And then she opened up one cell and she found her mother.
Yep.
Who was very weak, and revealed that she'd used the last of her power to free Belle. They went to escape the castle and got outside after much chasing and whatnot. Beast and the villagers showed up to save the people because a lot of the villagers realized that they had family that were being held and were not being treated well. And so I think that's where we left off.
Well, Belle and her mother and her father are escaping, and they rounded the corner and almost ran straight into
DRK. Yep. Sandy Byers, welcome in. Good to see you.
Jeff Condon, hello.
Jeff Condon. Howdy, sir. Good to see you. So that's where we're picking up tonight. So without further ado, here we go. Aunt Fufu was in there. Yep. LeFou's Aunt Fufu.
Oh, yeah.
So here we go. DRK carried a small musket and smiled grimly. Belle, Maurice, and Rosalind turned to go back the other way, but there were 3 big guards armed with truncheons bearing down on them with all the ominous finality of a checkmate. DRK, what's wrong with you? Maurice demanded, turning back around. You mean Frederic, Rosalind said wearily. Do you remember now, Frederic DRK? Maurice looked confused. His eyes batted in strange blinks. Something not quite natural was going on in his mind. Frederic, he said slowly. My old friend, Frederic DRK. How did I forget who you were? He is or was a Charmente, Rosalind said. My own spell made you forget. No longer one of your kind, thank you very much, DRK said with a nasty smile and a nastier little bow. I managed to cut the impurities out of myself years ago. But how did you manage all of this? Maurice asked slowly. All of these people from here and our home. How did you get kidnapped? I mean, all these people. I had the full support of the king and queen, DRK said, drawing himself up haughtily. They wanted to rid themselves of the Charmente problem, but for more strategic reasons than myself, they considered your kind a threat to their power. Once they heard of my own theories and opinion on the matter, they gave me a generous stipend, the funds to buy the old asylum, and the manpower to collect my subjects and patients. You were behind the disappearances from the beginning, Rosalind said flatly. You kidnapped and killed Vashti. I didn't kill her, DRK corrected. She took her own life here eventually. Sometimes they do that. Belle watched her mother's jaw drop, her hands slowly gripping and ungripping some object she obviously no longer had. A wand, maybe? Frederic, Maurice said slowly, I don't understand. We were friends. How could you do this? My apologies for borrowing your innocent self and pure daughter, he said, lowering his eyes almost convincingly. I was after larger prey, as it were. You were just the bait. Belle's eyes widened. Beast. Oh no. Yes, I made the connection after Gaston told me about Maurice's beast in the woods. It was the little princeling from the forgotten fairy tale kingdom, all grown up, if not into a man precisely. Rosalind narrowed her eyes. Whatever has happened to him, it is not his fault. Leave him be. I cannot let a marauding monster go free in our countryside, D'Arque said, clucking, his tongue. And who are you telling me to leave something be? You who go marching around, cursing princes and changing le naturel into something they are not. What gave you that right? Rosalind looked pained. I made mistakes. I would correct them. Killing the prince solves nothing. Belle's curiosity made her speak up despite all that was going on. Monsieur Levi said something about you promising not to touch me, she said accusingly. Ah, yes, well, D'Arque said, shrugging. Levi was one of the least harmful Charmentes and careful not to ever practice magic in the village. In return for his not exposing my operations, I agreed that neither I nor any of my associates would bother you. But you kidnapped me and my father, Belle snapped, and Monsieur Levi. Well, regrettable as breaking my word is, it was for a good purpose, and only to a Charmente. It means nothing, like promises to a bird. I needed to make sure he didn't help either Belle or the beast, so I figured it would be best to keep him safely out of the way. Promises to a bird, Maurice asked in disgust. Frederic, we were friends. You came to Belle's christening. What? Belle asked involuntarily. Her mind raced. If he was close enough to be her at her christening, you were all friends? You killed Alaric Potts. And that, for the first time, D'Arque looked bothered, shaken out of his smugness. You knew he was helping to rescue Les Charmentes out of the kingdom, bringing them to Maman and Papa. Or maybe you didn't know that he was doing what he was doing with them until you killed him. And when you found out, you went after Maman. D'Arque shifted nervously, irritably, from foot to foot on his expensive, old-fashioned heels. I never intended to hurt any man, any human, least of all my old friend. His betrayal was beyond enraging and dangerous. His betrayal? Belle demanded. You turned on your best friends, all of them. He turned on his race, D'Arque hissed. Why would someone born innocent, born pure, help Les Charmentes? He knew how dangerous they were. We are going to go now, Maurice said carefully, and you are going to just let us go. I think you know just how precisely vile you are, Frederic. You're a smart man. You always have been. You know this is the way it needs to end. Goodbye. And Maurice put his arms around his wife's waist and his hand on his daughter's and turned around very deliberately to go. You are incorrect, old friend, D'Arque said, his voice cracking. Belle heard him cock his musket with a terrifyingly quick click. They turned back to the doctor. He had the gun carefully balanced on his forearm and his sighting down it, one eye closed. No mere gesture was this. He was aiming to kill if he had to. Belle started to open her mouth, thinking of all sorts of reasonable and pitiable things to say, logic and begging. And that's when the beast came tearing out of the crowd, leaping at D'Arque's throat. All together. Beast, Belle cried. At no point during any of her time in the castle had she seen him look like this. He was slavering, literally slavering, foam and spittle coming out of his curved ivory teeth. His lips were peeled back, revealing black animal like gums. His eyes were still the unusual bright blue, but there was no trace of anything human or remotely intelligent in them. He was mad as a dog with hydrocephalus. I don't know. Diarche got off one shot before the beast landed on his chest, knocking him to the ground. And Bell couldn't tell where the bullet had gone. If it was actually into the beast, he didn't so much as twitch. He crouched on the old man and lifted his paws high, prepared to rend him limb from limb with the relish of a long-starved lion. Wait! Belle ran forward, pulling out of her parents' grip and running to him. Belle, no, her father cried. The prince, while keeping the lower half of his body perfectly still, twisted in a weasel-like and inhuman way to regard Belle. He sniffed the air around her, his wet nose and tongue coming dangerously close to her cheeks. She held very still. Beast, it's me, she said, slowly putting a hand out. He regarded it suspiciously. Belle bit her lip and gently touched his hot, furry arm. Remember, it's Belle. I'm Belle. I read you stories. Belle? The beast said gruffly in a voice that was barely intelligible. Diarche took this inopportune moment to move, trying to scrabble away from underneath his captor. The beast let out a roar and cuffed his prey on the side of the head to silence him. No, Belle said loudly and firmly. Stop, the beast growled. If you kill him, it will make you a murderer, and you aren't a murderer or a beast. He looked at her with large eyes, impossible to read. Were they uncomprehending or thinking? His claws twitched. Come back to me, Belle pleaded. Come back to me. I know you're there. Please come back. The beast blinked. Belle made herself look into his eyes to hold him there. And he looked back, wide-eyed but blank. Please, she whispered, for me. She reached out slowly and touched his mane just above his horn. His nose twitched. Gently, she stroked the little wavy lock there, soothing it behind his ear the way she would a stray bit of her own hair. The beast's paws snapped back and grabbed her wrist. Belle couldn't help wincing. His grip was as solid and strong and unyielding as stone. But he wasn't bearing down or trying to crush her. He just held her arm there. Belle, he whispered, almost a croak. You promised to give me my bookstore back, she said, trying not to cry. You promised me, so I could read more stories about Jack, so I could read them to you. The beast's mouth opened strangely, his pointed teeth suddenly seeming too large and out of place inside of lips trying to form words that couldn't remember. Then he suddenly shook himself like a spooked cat or dog. He looked down at Belle, his eyes now bright with intelligence. I did promise, he said, his voice growing stronger and more human. And a king keeps his promises. Belle almost sobbed with relief. Then the beast leapt up and lifted the old man as well, setting him violently on his feet. The girl you kidnapped just saved your life, he growled. Thank her. Oh, I do, Diarche said, brushing himself off. Belle was instantly suspicious of his calm and almost theatrical demeanor. She glanced behind her. The villagers had gathered behind them and were watching everything. LeFou gave her a curious look, but Gaston was nowhere to be seen. I thank her very much for her human inclinations toward mercy and pity, the head of the asylum continued, none of which you naturally have. Then he raised his voice, directly addressing the crowd. You see, this is what I have been protecting you all from for all these years. The wild, crazed, and powerful beasts that sometimes have human form. He gave Rosalind a purposeful look. Despite their familiar appearances, those born of magic and the supernatural are not human and have none of the temperance, compassion, logic, or morality that we men and women do. All these years I've been trying to corral these creatures, cure them of their supernatural insanity, protect you from them. Can you imagine a world in which they are free to rampage and do as they will? You, too, were one of the Les Charmentes, Maurice shouted. You could tell the future, Frederic. You're killing your own. Not anymore. Not one of my own, D'Arquet said with a vile grin. He pushed his hair back, his wig back, to reveal a skull brutally scarred and pitted, as if bone itself had been broken and removed like a jigsaw puzzle. Belle, her father, and her mother looked with horror. People in the crowd gasped in disgust. You see, D'Arquet replaced his wig. I have removed the unnatural part of me that led to improper visions. You have removed something of yourself too, Frederic, Maurice said sadly. You were never this mad before, never this full of hate. But what about Belle? Someone from the crowd demanded. There's nothing supernatural about her. You kidnapped her and tortured her. He tortured all of us. This was spat by the wheezing Monsignor Belanger, Signor. He leaned heavily on the shoulders of his son and daughter, both of whom looked angry and ashamed. There was a palpable shift among the crowd. The patients, clearly differentiated in their thin, pale garments, began to move forward, a similar murder in all their eyes. The orderlies, nurses, and thugs employed by D'Arquet responded immediately, hunkering down and brandishing their truncheons. Suddenly, one of the patients shot forward with a scream, making right for D'Arquet. Two orderlies immediately leapt in his way, bringing their clubs down on his neck and back with a sickening fleshly thud. A dozen muskets were raised, readied, and cocked. The villagers, who had been angry without real direction before, now had a focus for their rage. They began to move menacingly forward. I warn you, my guards are well trained, D'Arquet said. Guards? This is no house for the weak-minded, Monsignor Leclerc said in disgust. My donations have been going to a grisly carnal house. You are an obscenity, Monsignor D'Arquet. You aren't seeing the big picture, D'Arquet spoke calmly, as if they would all understand in time. These people are dangerous. How is my father dangerous? Bollinger's daughter demanded. She pulled her sleeves up her own meaty baker's arms and advanced on him. You see, he was a danger. You say he said he was a danger to himself and others. We believed you. An orderly put himself firmly in her way. And my aunt, LeFou spat. She went in a little kooky, and now she doesn't even know me. He had a pair of small flintlock pistols and was no unskilled shooter. People, Belle began uncertainly. You swore, Monsignor Levi called, coming out of the crowd to stand with Belle and her family. You swore you would never go after Belle. You're a monster who breaks his word on top of everything else. I had to be sure Belle was pure of her mother's foul disease, D'Arquet answered promptly. And honestly, she was bait to lure in the Belle, and everyone else waited for him to finish his statement, which was accompanied by a strange, wide-eyed look of surprise on his face. His body jerked oddly. Blood began to pool out of his stomach and onto his shirt. He fell forward, revealing Gaston and his dripping hunting machete. I found LeFou's aunt, sitting in her own fouled sheets, Gaston growled into the dying man's ear as he slumped. Then he stood up, chest out, a grim look of satisfaction on his face. I have vanquished the villain who has been preying on our town and its innocent loonies, he announced loudly to the crowd. Come, let us lock up the beast as we agreed and put an end to this. No one moved or said anything. Even the escaped patients among the townspeople were shocked into silence, seeing their captor so violently dispatched in front of their eyes. A few people looked at each other uncomfortably. There's only one way to end this terrible story on a less somber note, Gaston said with a sad smile. He spun to face Belle and dropped to one knee with a grin. Let's make this the most romantic happily ever after ever. Belle, will you marry me?
This is getting interesting.
That's a turn.
Last chapter. Belle blinked at Gaston, so did the prince, who, having been in full beast form a moment ago, was so surprised he didn't seem to even want to tear the hunter from limb to limb. LeFou might have shaken his head and looked away out of embarrassment for his friend, but that was the only immediate reaction from anyone. No one made any move to grab the beast or shoot him or lock him up. Belle tried to focus on those things. She made herself think about all the bad things that weren't happening at the moment that could have been happening, instead of just the sick theatrical demonstration from a very confused man on how she was now the center of everyone's attention, including Monsieur Levi, who was looking at her interestedly, like he was fascinated to see what she would do next, like he trusted her and knew whatever it was, it would be the right thing. She could hear her rushing in her ears. It had been a while since she had eaten. Gaston, did you burn down Monsieur Levi's bookshop? It was strange how her voice carried. She didn't speak loudly, only clearly, and yet her precise words rang out like she had shouted the accusation. Gaston's eyebrows shot up in surprise. What? Yes, but I was looking for Maurice. The Ark told me he might be there, and also he had said that Levi was not a nice person. But even as he said these words, he looked confused, realizing how ridiculously they sounded. He was dangerous, really? He was dangerous, really. But Belle just kept gazing at him. Well, his books are dangerous, Gaston persisted. They turned you into what you are, a foolish girl who doesn't want to marry me. Me, Gaston. Every girl in the village wants to marry me, and also they're a fire hazard. Belle couldn't even begin to sort out her thoughts or what she really wanted to say to Gaston. Her feelings ran from kill him to, oh, why waste the effort? He's hopeless. And by the way, the crowd was watching him babble on. It was obvious that the town was done with their favorite son. A speech from her about how burning down people's stores and books was a terrible crime wouldn't accomplish much at this point. So Belle very clearly turned away from him and addressed everyone else instead. I will obviously not be marrying Gaston today for many reasons, as he will no doubt understand when he thinks about it for a moment, less overwhelmed by recent events. Belle, Gaston whispered, embarrassed. She ignored him. And we will not be locking up the beast, she announced loudly, walking over and putting her hand on his arm. He is the prince, no king of a forgotten magical land through the forest, which some of you may start to remember now. He came here to free his people and you from a man who has committed many unspeakable atrocities. The Ark has kidnapped innocent souls, both from the kingdom and this village, to perform hideous experiments on them. Belle turned so she could look as many people in the eye as she could, one-on-one, or as she could on one sweep of her gaze. She took a deep breath. I recommend a thorough search of this house and property. Besides any lingering prisoners, there may be things family members wish to see, books in the library that list all of the Ark's victims. She trailed off, unsure what else to say. Stunned and confused by the strange events of the night, the villagers chose to cling to her suggestion. It was at least a place to start to try and understand everything that had happened. The angry, sad, and curious went to explore the asylum. The families of the patients who still lived found them and finally took them home. Some just stayed in groups, whispering, muttering about it all. Gaston looked on with an obvious lack of comprehension. No, wait, he said to no one in particular, leaping up. The Ark had to die. I had to kill him. Don't you see? He was a sick man, a murderer. Someone had to do it. Someone, Gaston, the butcher said. A judge, a court of law, an executioner, and maybe he would have been sentenced to rot in his own prison, not you. He was an evil man, Monsieur Savinter said with disgust. But I will not be but I will not be able to close my eyes for weeks without seeing him brutally murdered before me. I just thank God my children weren't here to see it as well. Gaston ran through the crowd entreating other people, but everyone turned away and refused to listen. Belle slumped, leaning against the beast. She felt a million years old and million pains all over her body. It was not strictly a happy ending. Wasn't it supposed to be? Why wasn't it all neat and finished with the end? The prince must have felt the same way. He stood there silently, just holding her. Rosalind approached them cautiously, her eyes on the beast. Nothing I can ever say can make up for what I did, she began after a deep breath. I thought I was saving what was left of a kingdom. I thought I was avenging all who had been hurt by your parents' actions, and I was no better than that crazy man with the machete over there. Except that what I did had much vaster, more disastrous consequences. The beast looked at her for a long moment before speaking. Thank you, he finally said. Then his face broke into an ironic, sad smile. I think as my first official act as king, I declare amnesty, forgiveness for everyone. But not forgetting, Maurice added quickly with a shudder. I never want to forget anything again. That was rash, Rosalind. That forget spell. I thought I was protecting Les Charmantes, she said with a sad sigh. Instead, it seems I have hastened our extinction. But listen, she pulled herself together, and despite the prematurely white hair, the wear and tear her poor body had undergone, Belle saw a glimpse of the woman she once was, the powerful, indomitable enchantress. She addressed the prince. You managed to stop yourself from becoming a full-fledged beast. Well done. Recovering your human soul and mind on your own, I mean. The beast blinked. Permanently? I'm not going to relapse? Go back to being a beast, in my head again? Of course not, Rosalind said impatiently. As long as your love for Belle and hers for you lasts, that spell is broken, or mitigated at least. Belle and the beast looked at each other, eyes wide. The beast suddenly began to scratch the back of his neck in embarrassment. Belle blushed. And then she found herself almost overcome with giggles. It's pretty obvious, Maurice pointed out with a smile. Yes, another factor in my punishment, Rosalind said grimly. Magic always comes back on itself. Of course it would be my daughter who would break the spell. I am an idiot. And now here you are, her future husband, a prince. King, Maurice corrected mildly. And really, is that such a bad thing? Yes, it is, but that's beside the point. I only have the tiniest bit of magic left, children. But it's just enough to turn you human again like you deserve. The beast's eyes widened. His mouth opened and closed several times. Belle's heart leapt for the first time in years, it seemed. Happily ever after was going to happen, just like in books. It really was. And then the beast asked a single question. What about my servants? Belle immediately felt like an idiot. She had entirely forgotten them in her excitement. It's worse now, the beast told her. They're all not moving, not talking. Furniture, dead. Oh no, Belle said, horrified. Mrs. Potts, can you turn them back too? Rosalind's lips thinned as she thought. No, she finally said. I only have enough magic left to undo part of the curse. If I release you from it, there'll be nothing left to help them with. The beast looked deep into Belle's eyes as he asked a second question. If you don't turn me back, can you help them, all of them? Probably, Rosalind answered promptly. Belle felt the icy, ancient fingers of cold reality setting on her shoulders. She nodded, almost imperceptibly. Only the beast saw. Then, that's what I would rather you do, the beast put his giant paws on Belle's shoulders and gripped her strongly. Save my people. They were innocent when they were cursed and still looked after the castle and me all these years. They deserve to be free. And then he pulled Belle into his chest and hugged her as tightly as he dared. She let out one little shuddering sob before relaxing into his embrace. Things were imperfect and terrible, but she felt safe. Somehow they would get through this. Oh, Rosalind said, a little surprised. All right, if that's what you want. Despite the beast's desire to release the servants as soon as possible, the night was black and cold and treacherous and utterly unfit for travel, especially for Rosalind. The four made their way back to the village with everyone else and spent the night in their home, though they didn't get to sleep until almost morning. Too many curious visitors wanted to visit the strangely human beast king, and too many others with slowly returning memories came to ask about how they thought they saw it as children or in the asylum. Girls with hooves for feet, boys with dancing eyes and pointed ears. Finally, Maurice bade the last guest farewell and bolted the door behind him. And the little family, plus one, slept soundly together for the first time in years. When Belle woke in the middle of the night, she could see into her parents' room by the light of the moon and stars. Maurice and Rosalind were entwined around each other. She could hear the beast snuffling in his sleep, curl up on the floor, keep curled up in front of the fire like a dog, but with a pillow under his head and a blanket overthrown his wide shoulders. Before succumbing once again to sleep, Belle reveled a little in the coziness and completeness of her home. When the sun rose and it was warm enough, the four set off with Philippe, pulling a sleigh borrowed from someone in town. Rosalind sat bundled in as many coats and blankets as they could find out, but still shivered most of the way into her weakened state. Maurice sat by her, and Belle rode the poor horse, who was occasionally given a break by the very strong beast, who pulled silently and with no complaint. The sun was high, and when they finally arrived, sparkling on the snow, which was melting just a little bit in the warmest places. The castle was covered in drips and drops, both from icicles and the strange webs, the strands dissolving and disappearing like they had never been. Not bad, Rosalind said of her own handiwork. But Mom, I was trapped there, Belle pointed out gently, and so were all those poor people. Her mother's face fell as she remembered the consequences of what she had done. When they stepped inside, it was like Belle's first time, cold and black. But because she was expecting the little creatures to come back and greet her, it seemed even bleaker and lonelier. When they got to the kitchen, Belle took one look at the sad little tableau of candelabrum, teapot, and clock, and nearly burst into tears. They seemed so lifelike before, Maurice said in wonder. Rosalind was obviously quite exhausted from the journey and just beginning to warm up. She didn't hesitate to protest. However, she just kept a look of grim determination on her face and began to chant. Belle watched her in wonder. Rosalind was complicated and not a particularly nice or compassionate person, but certainly brave and willing to do whatever needed to be done once she decided a particular route was correct. What did that make her? Not exactly a good person, misguided, uninformed, a power that should have been tempered. This is the mother that I found, not the mother I imagined. A strange smell filled the air, fresh pine and spring, not the brittle noses of the solstice or Christmas, but the soft and bright green twigs of March. Very much like something waking from a frozen hibernation, the clock on the table stretched and yawned and continued stretching. It continued filling out into a fat little man with a mustache who balanced awkwardly on the table. He was a little pale, but otherwise healthy and alive. Good heavens, Cogsworth said, looking at his hand and spreading his fingers. I'm me again, but the curse. He leapt off the table and saw the beast and Belle, instantly divining that something wasn't quite right. It's a long story, Belle said. We can tell it later. I await with eagerness, Cogsworth said, perhaps a trifle dryly. And as insouciant as the little butler ever got, the beast managed a smile. Next was Lumiere, who turned out to be a rather handsome, if long-nosed fellow. He immediately swept into a bow the moment he was able and kissed Belle on both cheeks. Ma chérie, he said with a grin, I do not know exactly how this happy ending came about, but I knew you would be the one to bring it. Then he caught a view of the beast. He shrugged. Bien, nobody's perfect. Mrs. Potts was the next, and she was moving and twisting about before she had even finished becoming human. Upon my word, she exclaimed, where's my son, Chip? Do Chip next. Belle carefully opened the glass cabinet and brought out the little teacup and handed him to her. Within moments, Mrs. Potts had a squirmy, scrambling 5-year-old in her arms who was almost too big to hold. Chip, the housekeeper cried and clasped him to her bosom. Watching her in human form, Belle realized she wasn't actually that old at all. It was merely her mannerisms and speech that made her seem so. We're ourselves again. Or that made her seem so. We're ourselves again. Oh, Charles. The beast and Belle exchanged smiles. If he had harbored any remaining doubts about the decision, they were long, long gone. Rosalind's magic held out through the very last servant, the obnoxious dust maid, who turned out to be an equally obnoxious human maid. Any interest Lumiere had in her was over, ever since her declaration against Les Charmantes. Belle was happy but shiftless, still exhausted but unable to rest. The sound of champagne bottles being popped and laughter and music filling the castle halls as it hadn't had in a century. But she didn't feel like joining in. It wasn't her party. She was someone who had just bumbled into a bad situation and helped, sort of, to make it right. She went up to her old room and sat on the bed, wondering what to do next. Hey, hun, come join us. The woman previously known as Wardrobe, who was now Anne, stuck her head in. She was a very tall woman with a good-humored face and the cheekbones of someone who could very well have been a Joan of Arc or warrior princess on another age. Those cheeks were presently rosy with wine, and she had golden goblet in her hand. In a little while, Belle said politely. Better come soon, won't be anything left, Anne said, toasting her from before wandering off. Belle sighed and looked out the window at the snowy landscapes below. There was one out-of-place gray smudge amongst the snow in the rose garden. Just few weeks ago, she would have guessed it was a vagrant or someone else unfortunate, but now she recognized her mother. Rosalind sat hunched over, alone, looking pensive. Belle rose and ran downstairs, stopping only to throw a cloak over her shoulders and grab one for her mother as well. Spring was a long way off, but the bright sun had given them a hint of warmer days. Everything was slick, and there was a very faint sound of drips and trickles. Belle stepped carefully and noticed her shoes were cracked and worn and past ready to be mended and resoled. Or maybe the prince could have had a new pair made for her. That was a strange thought. It gave Belle the shivers. Kings and beasts and enchantresses for mothers. And the thing that really seems to bother me is the idea of a boy buying me a new pair of shoes. She smiled to herself, but lost the expression as soon as she came close to her mother, who was sitting dolefully regarding nothing at all. As if they exchanged feelings, the woman brightened, however, upon seeing her daughter. Belle, come sit by me, she said excitedly, moving over to the damp bench. Despite the condition of her clothes, Rosalind didn't seem to mind. Belle gingerly joined her and draped the cloak over her mother's shoulders. We have so much catching up to do. I want to hear everything. What were you thinking about just now? You look so sad, Belle asked instead. Oh, Rosalind shrugged through the movement seemed to be pain her. I was thinking about what Frederic Darc said. What if, in his own twisted way, he was right? What if Les Charmantés think differently, act differently than humans who don't have magic? What if we behave instinctively in ways that they are basically anathema to normal society? Belle sighed. What if you, Rosalind, my mother, act differently from humans and everyone else, the villagers, the servants, the government? What if you personally hold yourself above the law as a vigilante? What if it's just you? You're doing the same thing Darc did. He applying the actions of one to a whole people. That's ridiculous. Whether you're, what does that say?
Whether you're Huguenot
or Catholic or Jewish or gypsy or short or have dark skin or blue skin, everyone is different. Each person has his or her own soul and is master of his or her own destiny. Rosalind gave her a sly look. That's very wise and clever. You're still an avid reader. Not so much in the last few days, Belle said with a smile. Everyone in the village still treats you as an oddball. Yep, Belle stretched her legs, looked at her toes until yesterday at least. I don't know what they think of me now. I'm so glad Levi agreed to be your godfather. You really are a perfect fit. I wish I had known he was my godfather. I wish I had known a lot of things. Wishes, Rosalind sighed. I wish I had reined in my temper more. I wish I had never cursed the prince. I wish I had pitied the king and queen instead of seeking to punish them. I was full of power and empty of wisdom. And now it's the reverse. I am empty of power and am just beginning to have the faintest traces of wisdom. Belle didn't know what to say. She and her mother were talking like adults, not like a mother to a child who wants to learn how to make a pastry or is crying over a bloody knee or needs a story read to her. Not what she ever imagined about reuniting with her maman. There was the sound of boots crunching against the gravelly path. Belle looked up and saw as strange a sight as she had seen in the last month. Her father and the beast walking side by side, heads bent toward each other, engaged in conversation. Between the beast's appearance and her father's serious look of concentration, it was hard to make the image work in her head for a moment. Hello, ladies, Maurice said, face breaking into a giant grin. We saw you come out here, avoiding the crowds. It's a little overwhelming for me, Rosalind admitted. I am not used to them. How are your subjects, King? Overindulging, the beast said with the faintest smile. Were those lines of wariness around his eyes? Did beasts get those? They deserve it. I've been thinking about your situation, the enchantress continued. The phrasing irked Belle a little. The strongest charms, spells, and curse reveals can be achieved by greater numbers, like the charm at Belle's christening that failed. because we were short a few. I am fairly certain the curse can be broken with an adequate gathering. The beast looked at Rosalind hopelessly. There are no Charmanté left, except a few poor souls were freed from the asylum. Oh, many of them escaped before it grew too dire. All you have to do is find them, Rosalind said erringly, waving her hand. And if we found them, where could we bring them? Where would they be safe? Where could they be safe? Where would they want to gather in numbers? The beast asked her pointedly. What happened here has happened in the New World too. They aren't safe anywhere. Yes, they are, Belle said, eyes widening with an idea. Everyone looked at her. Don't you see? This is the one place in the world they are safe. She waved her arms around, indicating the castle and the valley. Your curse still isn't really broken. The castle and everyone in it have been forgotten. No one remembers this place. You could find all Les Charmanté and bring them here. Bring them home and get yourself uncursed. Rosalind said, thinking. Not bad. It's an odd idea, considering this is the place we almost came to our end, but it's intriguing. Yes, I like it. Go find everyone and bring them home. Really, it's the least you could do after what your parents did. Maurice might have given Rosalind a little frown at the last bit, but he shrugged. The beast blinked. Go find them? Me? Yes, why not? Belle said with a smile, reading his thoughts. You would have to actually go out into the world that you've been watching for so long in your magic mirror. With you, the beast said, without missing a beat. I could do anything with you. Belle grinned and started to answer, and then she saw Maurice and Rosalind, who were both watching her to see what she would do. Belle had a family again. She had a mother, the most interesting, perplexing mother in the world, whom she had just met. That there was too much to ask her to talk about. But this was finally her chance to go out on one of those adventures she had always dreamed of. Abandoned Greek islands, the hearts of never before seen forests, even Paris and Rome. They would travel the world looking for reclusive Charmanté to bring home. Who knew what they might see? It wasn't fair. Belle, go, her mother ordered. If I was your age, I wouldn't have hesitated for a moment. You will always come back here, and I will always be here, and we will have those talks we need. Everyone should have a journey, and everyone should also have a home too. Go out into the world for adventure, come home for love. Maurice looked a little sad. I like having both of my girls together again, but there's so much for us to do. The time will fly, and you'll be back home before we know it. To do, the beast asked. Well, the village has a lot to cope with right now, Belle's father said with a rueful smile. From long-lost relatives who are or were Charmanté to those who were genuinely not well. There's a lot of people who have been in what was basically prison for years and years. I think the next few months are going to be rocky, and it might need a pair of oddballs to help everyone on a bit. And then there's the castle, your castle, Rosalind said, indicating a window out of which someone seemed to be dangling a pair of under things like a flag. Once all that ruckus calms down, your people have to decide what to do with themselves. I'm sure at least a few will stay on, but they may not feel like being servants anymore. There's a whole world out there, and you will be gone. The beast regarded her thoughtfully. I could deputize Lumiere to run things in my absence with Cogsworth. Oh, that will work out well, Belle said, already imagining how it would end, with Mrs. Potts making the final decisions, of course. The beast regarded her. Would you come with me, Belle? Help me do this. We may not succeed. I may always be a beast. No, Belle said with a smile, touching him on the nose. You will always be my prince. Well, you're not exactly what I wanted out of a son-in-law because of your parents, not because of your form, I mean, Rosalind said quickly, but you're certainly a fair bit better than the Gaston fellow. What is his story, if I may ask? Was he also the patient at the asylum? Belle almost choked on her laughter. No, and that was not the first time he proposed to me. I think, Maurice said, putting his arm around the couple, we should all have one last night together before you start out. Just the four of us. There are a lot of stories to tell before we see you again. And most of them, Belle observed with a smile, seem to almost have a happy ending.
The end.
Yeah. Like, I was like waiting for somebody to die, or like Rosalind's going to give her last breath to save him and bring him back because she caused all this.
Yeah.
No, she's still smug and smite and all that other stuff.
Yep. It was, I expected.
It was okay, though.
I was kind of expecting after Beast asked for his servants to be saved instead of him,
She was going to do
that
all.
he
of
would
it.
be saved too.
Yeah, because it would break the curse. That's what I
Yeah.
thought too.
But I kind of like this ending where they have to go out and have their adventure, because that's what Belle, even in the movie, always wanted was her adventure.
They could go on an adventure together when he's human. It was good.
I like this much better than the last one.
Well, yeah.
Belle's love for him would do it. I did too. But then again, the rose is broken, so that
It's true.
if the rose was still intact, then yes, her love would save him. But
So the next one is called Reflection. Oops. What happened? The next one is called Stop Moving on Me. What if Mulan had to travel to the underworld?
yep,
So if you want to follow along, get that one ready.
that's where we'll start next time. So, there you go. Mar said, Sydney, the Beast out doesn't sound like a good idea, and several of us were thinking the same thing too. Well,
But that's why he went with Belle.
that's why he went with Belle. And if they're going out to find Charmente, he'll fit in with them. So,
Well, maybe. I mean, they look like humans, right?
some, but not
Except
all.
for- yeah, some of the ones with the hood feet and the pointy ears.
They would be much more, I think, much more inviting to someone that was not a normal looking human. So,
Plus, he's pretty recognizable.
so there you go. There's
Maybe
that.
left the door open for one of the authors to write another story coming up.
Yeah.
What if
Belle
Belle
and
and
Beast,
Beast
follow
did
you
not
do.
find them and Gaston found them first?
I did like the way they resolved Gaston without killing him. Just
Well,
basically
yeah, but it was
everybody.
crap. Like what you read was kind of like machete through the body of them and just like,
I was glad DRK died, but I like the way they treated Gaston with basically just everybody's like, okay, you're an idiot. We're done with you. So
yeah. This was way better written.
very good.
You know, we have 9 hours and 5 minutes left in the next book. So we're looking at about 12 to 15 weeks again.
Yep. Liz Braswell earned a degree in Egyptology at Brown University.
Oh, that's the other thing. We finally get a new author.
And she spent 10 years producing video games. How do you go from Egyptology?
I don't know.
That's
But-
interesting.
I think it's Elizabeth Lim that did the next one.
Yeah.
So this is our first book coming up in the series that's by a different author than Liz Braswell. I don't
Yep.
think Liz comes back to maybe book 7. It's been a while. I don't think she comes back till book 7. So we get some different perspectives coming up here. And I've been told the Mulan book, which I am not a fan of Mulan, is very good and very dark. So
I'm kind of excited for that one. I'm not a huge Mulan movie
Me neither.
fan,
me either.
but I'm hoping this one's good. So, the next author you definitely noticed the better writing. Nice. Okay.
I think Liz started this series and then people decided, hey, this got some merit, but she's not very good. So they actually, and I think she wrote a total of 5 of the 16 books that we're going to read. So we've already gotten 3 of the way. I think she comes back 2, maybe 3 more.
So there you go.
Where's Jerp at? We need him to finish his Lego.
Yeah. Let me get that invite sent.
Well, there you go, guys. 3 books down.
3 books down.
It seems so long ago that we read the first one. We went by rate. Second book sucked. Third one, other than a few traveling and medical stuff, we had to take a big hiatus. But now we're back on it. Finish the book. Barreling forward to the next one next week.
Yep. There we go. So
it's crazy that the hurricane came.
Glad we're getting back into the books.
Was that?
I said I'm glad we're getting back into the books.
Yeah, well, yeah. Me too. It's a lot better when they're more interesting too.
Yeah.
So that second one was just like you and I would both times be like, you want to read? Not really.
Yeah.
That movie there, that story was terrible, but we had to fight our way through it.
That was work to get through.
And it's another one of those that's not one of my favorite stories. It's
right.
One of my least favorite ones that Disney does. And I mean, I like the story. It's just not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a little drawn out. It's old. Could have been done better, but it's good still. It's still worth watching.
While we wait on Jeff to join. It's fun though. I'm enjoying book club. I'm glad y'all are enjoying it.
Well, wait on Jeff for what?
Yes, we thank producer Preston for the suggestion. He's the one that suggested the book way back then. While we wait on Jeff to join, they dropped the new Christmas pins on Shop Disney today, Steve.
Oh.
So here's your limited edition Santa Mickey holiday pin. He's carrying a tree and in his sparkly outfit. This one's a limited edition of 4,500.
It's a big edition.
$17.99. Here's your Santa Minnie Mouse. This is not a limited edition.
Is it limited release?
It doesn't even say that.
It's got to be limited release if it's Christmas because they're not going to keep making them.
Yeah. $12.99 for that one. This is your mystery pin of winter gnomes.
I like that. Man, I'm gonna have to buy that whole set. How many's in there? 8?
2 in a box.
No, I'm at 8 total.
And there's 8 total.
Oh man.
You got Pooh, Mickey, Minnie, Pluto,
Fantasia
Goofy,
Mickey.
Donald, Daisy, and Stitch.
Sorcerer Mickey, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want that set.
Those are cute.
It shall be done.
$19.99 for a two pin box. Then this is your mini jumbo pin for the holidays, Mickey and Friends, limited edition. You've got Mickey and Donald riding a train, Goofy carrying presents. It says Santa's little helpers. It's a pin on pin. Limited edition of 3,300. And the pin is approximately 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. $34.99.
How big is that pin? You say 2 3/4?
2 3/4 square. Yeah.
It's not a. That's like a.
Oh, it's not very big.
It said mini jumbo, so I didn't see many in there.
Yeah. This is your Pluto holiday pin. You got Pluto with presents balanced on his head and a wreath in the background, more or less. $12.99. This is the Mickey Mouse. Go away. Mickey Mouse's Santa Claus holiday pin. This one's limited release. I don't really like this one.
You don't like them?
I don't really like that.
Yeah, it's like the old style.
Yeah.
No eyeballs.
No.
Do they
$17.99 for that one.
Before you break the news, do you have all the resort pins too? The 2 for each one?
I don't. They didn't have those on Shop Disney yet.
That's right. There's always one that comes out for every resort, plus a gingerbread one or whatever it is that comes out for each resort. So
I'll check and see if DPB's got those. But lastly, Steve, this could get interesting. However, this is pricey. This is your 2024 Advent calendar for pins.
Was it 300?
$249.99.
I think it's oh, it's Mickey's Christmas Carol.
It's Mickey's Christmas Carol, and they're all set in front of windows.
I must have this. What's the limited edition size?
There's even Mr. Toad.
Is there 24 or 12?
24.
Oh.
24 pins, $249.99. Limited edition of 3,300.
Oh man, I want that.
Pins are approximately 1 3/4, which is a pretty good size. I would expect.
Is that available now?
That is available now on Shop.
Oh, mama.
24 pins. I like the way it looks in a book too.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's a box you save. You're very careful with how you tear it open so you can shut it back.
Yep.
Man, that would be amazing displayed.
That would be so cool. The little boxes pull out, so it's just a pin there.
Are all 12? Do they have the other 12 too? Are they all? Wait a minute. Is it turned into a you display them in the book?
You can display them in the book. It looks like.
Oh yeah, that's a definite must-have.
Because here's the 24 boxes.
I was curious to see if the other 12 are also windows or if they're like little bitty things, like a little bitty ornament, or you know what I mean?
Yeah. So it only shows 12 of the 24.
That might be how they get you. They may not. The rest of them maybe like a snowflake or something tiny.
But it says that all of the pins are 1 3/4 inches. So
there you go. Then
open one compartment each day from December 1st through the 24th to find a mystery pin surprise. Known pins include Scrooge as Ebenezer, Mickey as Bob Cratchit, Donald as Fred, Ratty and Moley as fundraisers, Goofy as Marley's ghost, Mr. Toad as Fizzywig, Grandma Duck and Uncle Waldo as partygoers, Chip and Dale as partygoers, Minnie Mouse as Emily Cratchit, Jiminy Cricket as the ghost of Christmas past, Cyril Proudbottom, and Daisy Duck as Isabel. The others are a mystery surprise.
I bet they're the backs of the windows, like you're looking from the other side out.
I don't know.
You're gonna have all the backs of the characters.
Stephen K says, "Get it, Steve. Get it, Steve. Get it, Steve. Come on, Steve."
Oh, I want it.
I do want it. I ain't gonna lie. I haven't bought pins in a long time, but that's a really cool set.
That's been my favorite set I've seen in a very, very long time.
Yeah. That would be an amazing set to display every Christmas.
I'd have it out year round.
That too.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I would love to get it, do the whole open it and everything, get it, and then actually create like William and his family did for me, where they got the golf thing done.
Yeah.
I'd love to have it like in a permanent shadow box display with maybe the Mickey's Christmas Carol puzzle. I have another thing, a couple other things from Mickey's Christmas Carol that I think would look really cool built in there, and then the windows just kind of, it would look really awesome.
Yep. I was looking to see if Ryan over at Disney Pins blog had the other pictures, but he doesn't. He's just showing.
That thing said they were unknown. From Disney said they were unknown.
Yeah.
Is that pre-order or available now?
It's available now. Add to bag.
Makes it harder.
I do not see any news yet on the. These are. Let me go here.
On the what?
I was trying to see if I could find anything on the resort pins for this year.
Oh, that's fine.
There is.
Oh, you just missed the other book. Show Jeff. Jeff, get in here. Let's go. Come on, chop chop. We got something to show you.
Yeah, I sent you the link, Jeff.
Well, that's all I got to do is get Zach to tell his dad that he wants it. Then I'll buy it for Zach at half price.
There you go. So there's this. This is your 2024 Open Edition pins at Disney Parks.
These ones with the actual 2024 logo. Oh, these
Yeah.
are still Christmas. Gotcha.
So this one's $14.99. This is the Mickey Mouse 2024 pin.
I
I
actually
like that.
Yeah.
This is the Mickey Christmas wreath, $14.99 for that one.
Is that dated? Oh, never mind. I see it. Never mind.
This is your Pluto one we saw on the website. This is Chip and Dale painting a candy cane. $12.99 for it. Oh, this is cute. You got Mickey and Minnie as a pin set.
Yeah.
I like that. Mickey in his little elf outfit with a present, and Minnie in her little elf outfit with an ornament. Here is Stitch coming out of a present for $12.99. There's the Minnie Mouse we looked at. Here is Pooh and Piglet and Eeyore for $12.99. And then here is your Star Wars Christmas pin. It looks like they're wind-up toys of a stormtrooper and Darth
Looks like
Vader.
a bride. It looks like a bride and groom getting ready to get married.
It kind of does, actually.
White in the black.
$16.99 for that one. There is your Marvel one. It's Thor riding a tree. It looks like, I don't know, $16.99, and that's it. Here you go. My trouble with these, Steve, was every time I went down there, or when I went down there for the holidays the last time, I really wanted to buy all the Christmas pins, and boy, that gets expensive.
Oh yeah, for sure. Give me 1 second. I'm on the phone.
Snickerdoodle. I saw that today, and I meant to message you that. Yeah, they're going to have the Stitch Halloween bucket now. Yeah. So that was I saw announced today. There was another bit of. Let me go here. There was one other piece of news I saw. This.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. News for 2024. There will be a new Santa Claus meet and greet over at Animal Kingdom.
Where's that at? Let me guess. Dino Land.
Meet and greet guests at the 75th annual Dino Institute holiday party.
Oh, at the
The
party.
meet and greet will be held on the patio of Restaurantosaurus.
It says it's during the party though. Jeffrey.
Hi.
Howdy.
Hi.
You want us to redo the book for you?
Redo the book?
Yeah, you want us to read it back to you again?
Was it a
So-
happy ending?
No, almost.
No.
The menagerie is coming back to
All right.
Animal Kingdom.
I love
Go show
that.
Jeff what I want for Christmas.
I like
Sorry,
that.
not to interrupt what you're doing.
Disney Hollywood Studios 3 new entertainment acts will debut November 12th. The Juggling Elves will deliver fresh festive cheer. The Holiday Spirit Band will be bringing gauntly and jolly tunes to the park in the form of a dynamic brass group. And then Seasons Jukebox, a collegiate marching band with horns, drummers, and dancers. There you go.
Interesting.
Also returning November 12th, including for the first time in forever, a Frozen sing-along celebration,
The
Santa
Christmas
Claus
Frozen.
greeting at It's a Wonderful Shop, and Sunset Seasons greetings projections on Hollywood Tower Hotel.
Did you know they do a Christmas version of the Frozen thing?
I thought they did.
It's a lot of it's I think the same, and then except for then the ending or whatever, it's a little bit longer or something. I can't remember, but it's really cool. Or the song, no, they do the song that High sung at Magical Night of Hope, from Frozen 2, I think, or whatever Frozen, or the Christmas one, whatever it is.
Yeah.
When we're together, that's what it is.
So there you go. Starting November 12th through December 24th, Santa Claus at Animal Kingdom.
But it said it's only for the party, though, right?
I don't think so.
It said, read the bottom thing again.
But it says meet and greet will be held on the patio of Restaurantosaurus. Guests will be able to meet Kris Kringle surrounded by prehistoric decor.
Read above that. Sorry.
Santa Claus is taking a break from sailing the waterways of Disney's Animal Kingdom for holiday cavalcades to meet guests at the 75th annual Dino Institute holiday party.
So it doesn't sound like it's a real party. It's like a celebration party inside, like that's not an actual party to go to, but they're celebrating it then.
Yeah.
Okay. I heard party and was thinking it was just going to be exclusive.
Crystal K, hello, welcome in.
Hola.
Ed Phillips, welcome.
I
Cola
love
Guard,
the Merry
hello.
Menagerie.
I love the menagerie.
Yeah, the menagerie is awesome.
This is what Steve wants for Christmas.
So what I want for Christmas, Jeff?
Wait, not that. Not
Nope.
that.
No.
No. Let me go back.
The pins?
No, I don't
Oh.
want any of those.
This.
That's what I want.
Yeah. So
The 24-day Advent pin calendar.
Mickey's Christmas Carol.
They're all Mickey's Christmas Carol themes.
that is pretty cool.
Dude, it's
Ooh.
so awesome looking.
$249.99. 24 pins. Little.
That's not a bad deal. 24
No.
pins.
It's $10 a pin.
Yep.
A little more than $10 a pin.
So. Yeah. There you go. Yep.
That's awesome.
So.
Papa Jerv.
There you go. Available now. Add to bag. Get it when you get it.
Before you got here, I just said I'd have Zach. I'd go make a deal with Zach. Tell him he wants it for Christmas, so you go buy it for him. Then I'll buy it off of him half price. So we both win. He gets money, and I get what I want. So.
Yeah.
How was your day, Jeffrey?
How's my day?
Did you poo in a box?
Did I what?
Did you poo in a box?
I didn't. You know what? I actually looked at the box today,
Did
Yeah.
you?
but
Did it move?
I picked it up.
Ooh.
I tried to read the instruction. I tried to find an expiration date. I could not. I didn't find an expiration date.
Okay.
So therefore, I think I'm good.
All right.
There was a number to call if I had questions. But I did pick it up today. I held it in my hand. I fumbled
Did you
through
open
the
the box?
papers, and then I put it back down.
Hey, I'm impressed that you touched it.
I touched it today.
That's the first time that's happened in 2 months. So
It is.
it's progress.
What are you doing tomorrow, Jeff? I'm just curious.
Yeah. Tomorrow's the appointment.
Here you go.
Who's attending said appointment with you, Jeff?
I got to be honest with you. I have no idea where I'm going.
Oh,
No idea.
that's how she got you. I'll take you, Jeff. Don't worry about knowing where it's at.
No idea where I'm going.
Jeff's gonna wind up at an old folks' home somewhere.
Oh, wow.
It's okay, Jeff. Go with the people in the white coats.
I think it's
Look,
between a tattoo shop and a vape shop. Down on
You say it's
192.
between a tattoo shop and a bait shop?
Yeah. In a vape shop, yeah. On
Oh, vape. I thought you said a bait shop.
vape.
Well, yeah, but it's still not much better.
Nicole's being so nice. You'll be fine tomorrow, Jeff.
Yeah. I don't think I think I'm supposed to not eat, right? If I'm getting blood work.
Like 12 hours or something
If
like
it's normal blood work, you're fine.
that? Oh, yeah, you're good. Just don't eat anything sugary. It's going to spike your sugar for tomorrow. So,
I
Yeah.
just had 15 Snickers bars,
oh, the little ones.
That'll do it.
little ones.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
Are we building Lego?
Yeah.
I think I am.
We going to listen to some Christmas music while we do it?
Sure.
Or any music. I don't care.
We're going to.
I want Jeff to get done with this one tonight so that he can show us his next one.
I have one bag left on this one.
Did you fix the problem from the last bag?
No,
So you still got to fix that before you can do the last bag then, right?
I don't think I need to fix it before the last bag.
Well, I mean, it was the entire wall wouldn't sit on there, right?
I don't know. We'll see.
All right.
Let's go.
You don't have to play Christmas, Chris. I don't care.
Okay.
I was just suggesting Christmas because we were just talking about Christmas.
Yeah.
These are all small pieces.
Oh, that's the bad music though, right? I mean, well, not bad, but it.
This is the copyrighted music.
Oh, this is.
Yeah.
Oh, so you don't care. Was that Five Street with that?
It is.
I like it.
Is the volume good? Do I need to turn it up a little bit?
That's good.
Good to me.
All right.
May I request a future playlist, sir?
Yes.
You probably already have all the songs because they're all like Vitamin String Quartet. Can you download the soundtracks to Bridgerton, please?
Sure. We can do that.
Bridgerton?
Oh, dude, it's so good. Do you ever watch Bridgerton, Jeff?
Abby
I
watches.
I did
Abby
not.
watches Bridgerton.
I did not like how this last season ended. I'm not gonna lie. Because one of my favorite characters gets with one of my most hated characters, and I didn't like it. So, but anyways, the music is the same kind of music. It's Vitamin String Quartet. During that, it makes it sound real elegant and royal. Ooh, Chris got some brickheads.
So we got Spider-Man, we got Mirabelle, and we've got Batman.
All of them. I say go from smallest to largest.
Okay.
Because when you get to Batman, then we can just watch you build it 8 times. Because isn't there 8 of them?
There, you can build it in 7 different versions. No, 8 different versions. You are correct. Grab my new knife.
We need a Bluey. Do you have a Bluey Lego?
Not yet. They're coming.
They're out and you don't have them, or they're not out yet?
They're not out yet.
They're not out yet.
I thought they were brickheads already.
Not any bluey ones yet. Oh mercy.
Yes.
Joker Folie à Deux keeps bombing at the theater. It has now had the second worst fall off in week 2 of any comic book movie ever.
Ever?
Ever.
What was the first?
It was the Marvels.
Oh. It's making the Marvels look good on all fronts then.
It is. Yes.
Oh.
This last bag is all little
It always is. It's the details, Jeffrey.
Jesus. Dang.
Jeff went from, man, this thing's going too fast. I don't like it, to, I just want to get it done.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing now. Holy cow.
Jeff, can you give us a quick update of what it looks like, or is it too big to?
This is what it looks like.
No, I meant what you got done.
This-
Oh, there it is. Oh, it's looking good.
Oh yeah.
That's a good
This-
display piece, sir.
This house doesn't sit here nice. Like it's not like in there.
Yeah. I did tell you I'd come by and help you, didn't I? And I didn't do that.
Surprise, surprise.
I got sick. I could have come over and given it all to you.
It's a great piece.
They also announced that Joker will be coming to streaming in like 2 weeks as well.
Nice.
It's-
Did we find out when Wolverine and Deadpool are? Is it the end of the month still?
I haven't heard a confirmed date yet. That's what I've last heard, is that probably end of this month, first of next month.
I keep seeing it saying streaming on Prime, but is that paid or is that free?
That's for purchase.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can
No one
buy
wants that.
it. Yep. That's what I did. Because I was impatient.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that because Chris wanted tips.
Is a mystery.
Yep.
Two of these. Oh, four of those.
I think my bag's down into what?
Hmm?
I break my bags down into
Ramekin.
ramekin bowls so I don't spill and make it easier to find pieces. That's there you go.
Until you're fishing around that bowl for a little piece on the bottom and they all start slashing up the side and go everywhere.
Yep.
Been there, done that.
Yep. Have either of you been watching any of Penguin?
Not yet.
I saw the first episode. I liked it a lot.
That's a good show.
I power watched Rings of Power season 2 on Sunday. I was enthralled. It was amazing. I got that caught up. I'm behind on so many shows between all the traveling and the hurricane and being sick and everything. I'm so far behind on stuff,
Yeah.
but I made a list so I don't forget what they are. And then next week's premiere week. So some stuff's coming back this week. Some stuff's already out, and then premiere week's next week. So like I've got like new shows like Papa's House with Damon Wayans Jr. and Damon Wayans Sr. And then I always love The Neighborhood. It's coming back with a new season starting next week. Plus, for whatever reason, for 3 weeks now, I've wanted to rewatch Lost.
I did that.
I love that show.
I have never seen Lost.
I have all the DVDs. We should watch it together.
You have way more time on your hands
Well, I don't.
than I have.
I used to. We still got to watch Step Brothers.
That's what I was about to say. I'll never have watched Step Brothers together.
Have you seen Tommy Boy, Jeff?
I think I have. I know I've seen pieces of it.
Brothers don't shake hands. Brothers got a hug.
I had that clip.
Well, you can get a good look at a steak. I'm not going to finish that one.
Have I started watching Dr. Odyssey? No, I have not.
I got that one recording too. I just haven't started it either.
Wendy B says only watch the first 3 or 4 seasons. Lost got bad at the end, and I loved it.
No, it got so good. You just didn't finish watching it. You should go back and do it again.
Stevie K says, "Don't do it, Jeff. You'll just get mad about Lost."
I was getting my point of talking to Jeff was we should watch Lost together, and you're not allowed to ask questions.
Yeah.
You just gotta watch and figure it out.
Surfboom John, welcome in. Good to see you, John.
Hey, John.
What's up, John?
I get it.
Super excited for the completion of Lego tonight
Yep.
from both of you.
Maybe.
Are you painting again, Steve?
Do what?
Are you painting again?
Oh gosh, no, I'm taking a break from painting. I'm actually working on something for work. Putting together a little something for my new trainees. Make their life easier. And I'm painting. I'll get to it again this week, but I painted so much over the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Painted 11 paintings.
You get burnt out.
Especially it takes me so long to do them, you know. So
Yep.
yeah, I'm a little tuckered. No, that was hungry. I was trying to think of the southern saying we talked about the other day, but that was just hunkering down. So.
That was just hunkering down. Yep.
How you been doing in the valley, Chris?
Doing pretty good. I'll be honest, I played in the valley a little bit during my lunch break today.
Ooh. Wish I could.
Just a little bit of a distraction. I decided to do that instead of killing aliens. I usually kill aliens on my lunch break.
What kind of aliens?
The ones in the video game Destiny. And the boy child, me and the boy child like that game, but I say that, but usually I'm the one that plays it more than he does. But after watching a stream the other night, I'm tempted to start playing Fortnite.
Fortnite's awesome.
Oh.
And you know, he lost a piece. You know, Disney's on Fortnite too, right? The villain.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
That's what Zach was telling me.
Pretty cool.
The guy I was watching play, I was watching a stream of a guy playing, and he was Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe, which I thought was pretty cool.
Zach would be more than happy to teach you, Chris.
I was about to say, I probably need somebody to teach me how to play, though.
But you ought to check his rate first because he makes a killing.
That's true. Yeah.
What is going on?
But Chris would be ranked on the leaderboards for sure.
He's like number 7 in Florida.
Really?
Yeah.
That's actually something to be pretty proud of.
That's pretty cool.
Well, that's what he tells me. I can't not verify that.
What's really cool about that, though, Jeff, is the streamers that I was watching playing the game the other night are all Florida-based guys.
Are they?
Yes.
Because we had a hurricane coming in, nobody was at work.
No, they just their YouTube channel.
Or this is where all the good people live.
No, all the good Fortnite players live in Dallas, Texas, apparently.
Is that where is that where it's based out of?
No, that's where the servers are over there, I guess.
Oh.
It makes a huge difference.
And he goes, all those guys over there, they have 0 ping. And I'm like,
Yep. I know exactly what he means.
suck it up, Buttercup.
Oh.
Can we get something else?
Do you have what do you have? You have gigabit?
Spectrum,
Yeah,
fiber.
Is it? Oh, you have fiber.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's all we have. That's all we can get
No,
here.
no Cola Guard joke
I
intended.
was about to say that's what Cola Guard used.
That was a great joke the other night.
It was. Tony boarded a flight yesterday, and I had a friend coming in on a flight tomorrow. Can't say who, Regina here. Oh, nice. Oh, Wendy. Coco.
This last bag is going to take me as long as it did for the first 5 bags. I cannot. This got real.
I feel like that was Steve's time to say, should I call a ambulance?
Yeah, he missed
I'm
it.
trying to be nicer to Jeff.
He missed his opportunity.
Good.
Why?
I made him sob a little last night at golf.
You didn't make me sob.
I'm trying to be nicer.
There.
Oh, Regina's going to Atlanta for a day trip.
Nice.
Wendy and Lori are going to go see her.
Sweet.
I love Regina. She's pretty awesome. They're all awesome. Almost everybody in this community is awesome. I almost made it through it without laughing.
Almost.
Wow.
Oh. Two of those. Two of these. Dang, so all the pieces.
So I saw a leaked breakdown of the Captain Falcon show coming out.
Is that the one you sent me?
No. There was someone that got to preview it, and then basically went on and wrote a summary of the movie. And if that is in fact what this movie is, This is going to be rough to watch.
Well, it's already getting screened as one of the worst movies.
It's going to be rough.
Hey, look, maybe this is a storytelling movie so we can get Chris Evans back.
Yeah.
Is this one a musical too?
No. But that might help. All right, there you go. There's the Iron Spider.
You just built that whole thing?
Yep. All
It's
done.
like less than 100 pieces.
Oh,
Chris,
Little
Jeff. Chris and I are on a little different level. You got your beginner's level, and then you got your moderate level. You're not a beginner or moderate. You're a little farther along, but
You're yeah. Jeff, I will be honest with you. This set was only
we'll go with 112.
40,670 pieces.
oh man. That's embarrassing. All right, I got to pick my game up here.
All right, on to Mirabelle. This one will take time because these pieces of hair always take forever.
I had Lego I could have built, but they're not here.
Bought a new knife and it's very sharp and I'm loving it.
See, like, there's probably about 50 to 60 pieces, and they're all like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my fingers don't do well with pieces like this.
Tweezers, Jeffrey. Get yourself some tweezers.
1, 2, 3. This is 6 little bags.
Ooh, really? On a
Yeah.
brickhead?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that many bags on a brickhead.
I haven't either.
Is that a set of other stuff too, or is that all just one set?
It's all one set.
Wow.
This one might take a
Some of
little
them are
while.
pieces.
The hair on that one, the hair on this one. This one reminds me of the Moana. The Moana took forever with all the little hair.
How many
And
pieces, Chris?
Huh?
How many pieces?
This one is, and I'll be truthful with you this time. This one is 179 pieces.
Wow, it's almost double your last one.
It is.
Okay. I hear Zelda. Makes me want to go play it right now. Got work. Sorry, guys. Didn't have time. Link was busy.
Three. Four. Oh, this is weird. Okay. Here, and then we're doing a flower. And another flower. I think that's this one. No, is that a purple one? It's a purple one. Do that 2 times 2.
Sweating.
It's a lot of work doing Lego.
I know. I haven't concentrated this much in 35
Since you read that last orange juice canister?
What?
Ah, dang it. Nobody got it. That's because it says concentrate on the side of the can.
Oh,
I know it was out there. There was a chance it wasn't going to be.
That was,
It wasn't going to be received.
yeah. that one.
Chris, I do think I know. I got the villains done for Magical Night of Hope.
Yeah.
I do think I know what I'm going to do next year.
Oh.
What's one of 4 different possibilities? 'Cause
Okay.
And I got some pretty good ones, I think. But I thought about doing The Simpsons because there's so many
that'd be cool.
characters. I'm going to do The Simpsons regardless, but I don't know if it's going to be for Magical Night of Hope.
Yeah.
But then I've also got Looney Tunes, which is a front runner. I got Looney Tunes characters. And I've got Simpsons, Looney Tunes. Oh, Mario stuff.
Do a Snoopy.
Nice.
I thought about doing Snoopy, but I could do all the characters, but I don't know. I went back and looked at Charlie Brown characters, and none of them are like drawn crisply. They all like half lines with blotches of color. And I was like, I don't know if I can make that work, but I can try.
Yeah.
So, but then what I think I'm going to do, and I found I could think of 11 characters that were in the show and the logo. I'm thinking about doing the Muppet Babies.
Oh, yeah. That'd be cool.
There was Kermit and Piggy, Gonzo and Fonzie,
Animal.
Rolf and Animal, Skeeter and Scooter, and Bunsen and Beaker, and then Robin as a tadpole. And then the logo would be 12.
That'd be cool.
I don't know. We'll see. I got time. Well, I said that, but I started in December last year with these villains.
Yeah.
I finished them. So.
Three.
All right, bag 1's done.
Jeff, your bag was way bigger. Had way more.
Your
pieces.
bags are bigger. Yeah. These are tiny.
Fozzie,
Fozzie.
not Fonzie.
Yeah. Him. Come on, Jeff. You got it. You can do this.
The weird thing about Muppet Babies, the original one came out in 1984. Skeeter was on that show, which was the girl version of Scooter. And I don't think I've ever seen, or I don't remember seeing, Skeeter in the Muppets.
Yeah.
Does anybody remember ever seeing?
Skeeter in the Muppets?
Yeah.
I don't even know who Skeeter is.
So you know who Scooter is.
I know who Scooter is, yes.
I think
Yeah.
Skeeter's his sister. I'm assuming it was his sister. But it was the girl version of Scooter back in Muppet Babies. Let me see if I can find a picture.
I was about to say, I don't even remember that.
I don't remember.
To be fair, when I was looking it up, I had to go through the pictures of the show to see how many characters there were, because I couldn't remember. Let's see here. Images. Muppets Skeeter. So this is crap. Let me show it real quick, Chris. Is that all right?
You good?
Share screen, window, share. This is Skeeter up here.
Oh, okay.
So there's Scooter and Skeeter in the newer version, but there is one right here. I don't know who that is. Oh no, somebody else made that puppet. That's not one. So Scooter is obviously this. There is no adult Skeeter anywhere that I can find. So I don't know. Missing. Mystery of the missing Muppet. That might be it right there. Doesn't exist. So, all right. Sorry, Chris. Let me see.
Okay.
Oh,
Hey, Steve, I'm not going to tell Jeff, but that's bag 2 done. I'm down to bag 3.
nice. I don't understand why there's so many bags in that one.
Huh?
I don't understand why you have so many bags.
I don't either.
It's not like you're going to lose the pieces.
All right.
Jeff, it's a race. See if you can get done before Chris gets done with his
Now it is, yeah.
second break, Dad.
Dang.
Take your time, buddy. You got this.
Yeah.
Just remember, if he gets done first, you'll still be last. And you win the game. I mean,
Wow.
you just look at Wendy and go, that's how you do it.
This is how we do it. All right.
Night, Wendy.
Night, Wendy. Have a good one. Steve, what are we doing tomorrow night on this and that?
Tomorrow, this and that.
Yeah.
We got a surprise.
Okay.
Surprise is, we'll let you know when we figure it out.
I was about to say the surprises we don't even know yet.
I mean, you could reenact a hurricane if I got in the shower and got a fan.
I saw somebody do that with a leaf blower.
Yeah, I did too. It was an incredible video.
It was very good.
Ay, vey.
Alrighty. I wasn't going to say anything, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
What did you do? Oh, is that what the crumbling was of the
Just
bag?
opening another bag.
That's just mean. Like, man, somebody's being really loud.
Now we're getting into the slow part there. We're starting to work on hair now. Here.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell the two of y'all a secret.
Just don't tell anybody else.
Anybody else? If you ever want to feel inadequate as a male,
Nope, I'm good. Thanks. You don't need to finish.
bring up Henry Cavill to two women, and
What?
yeah, mention Henry Cavill, and then
I thought we were like Google image searching or something.
no, just mention Henry Cavill to two women, and
Are we done, Jeff?
No,
Oh, you looked like you had that completion look on your face. Like,
no. I was gonna say I was watching Man of Steel tonight.
nice.
Yeah. There you go.
He is the best Superman of all time.
I agree.
See, Snickerdoodle said, "LOL." He was 50 Shades of Red.
You know, it wouldn't bother me though, because I kind of fancy myself to look like Henry Cavill. So,
Oh, do you?
yeah,
Well, good for you.
it's all up in the mind.
Yes. Here. There. There. And that one. There. Here. Kelsey Elizabeth. Hey, Kelsey. Welcome in.
That's it.
Good to see you. Snickerdoodle said her bat for the Haunted Mansion costume she wore to the Halloween party was named Henry Batful. There. Here.
Ooh.
I fight the world, I fight you, I fight myself, I fight God, just tell me how many burdens left. I fight pain and hurricanes, today I wept. I'm trying to fight back tears, flood on my doorsteps. Life and living hell, puddles of blood in the street, shooters on top of the building, government aid ain't relief. Earthquake, the body drop, the ground breaks, the poor run with smoke lungs and Scarface.
There's our eyes. Now then, we're doing.
Look in the mirror, there go your hero, who on the front lines at ground zero. My heart don't skip a beat, even when hard times bumps the needle.
And that guy.
Corruption, the souls of suffering men, clutching on deaf ears again, rapture's coming. It's all prophecy, and if I gotta be sacrificed for the greater good, then that's what it gotta be.
On here. On there. Here.
think I'm done.
What?
Look at you, and I got 2 bags left.
Is everything secure?
Peter Pan has made it all the way across the bottom.
It looks like he's trying to step on him like a bug.
There it is. Oh,
Look at that. Let's go here.
Big reveal. Oh wow.
Looky.
Jeffrey, I'm so impressed. I like the little the sign on the front too. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. Disney 100 logo, and it's got like the little bridges and the river going through, and
Little tink action with some Pan and Wendy.
houses and lamp posts.
I'm proud of you, buddy. Really, really proud of you.
That's really good.
all right, I'll go get what's up next.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
All right, I'll be right back.
All righty.
Oh man, what's this hurricane update? We got another, was that another one formed yet?
I heard there was going to be.
Disturbance number 2 in the Atlantic. Oh wow, 81 people are still missing in North Carolina.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, Jeff's back. We got to present him again.
Did you see what it was?
Now,
No, I wasn't paying attention.
You know what I think made me most upset about that Milton? I just got done putting like $100 worth of chemicals in the pool to get it all like.
oh yeah.
Oh, and it changed the water levels.
And then I like so much new water came in. I went today. He goes, "You need to do this." I'm like, oh, we get more salt.
Got to start all over.
Got to start all over.
Do you have a guy
All
that
right.
does it, or do you do it?
Huh?
Do you have a guy that does it, or do you do it?
No, I do it. Angela's too
He's-
cheap.
His guy is named Jeff.
Yeah,
I mean, I know good pool boy.
that's why I wasn't over at Epcot today with Mike. Anyway, all right. Go ahead, get your guesses in. Next set.
I'm gonna go with. Can we get one? Can I ask one question?
Yeah,
Is it a Disney set?
yeah.
Oh,
I think it's the one with the book and the apple and everything else, the villain
the
set.
villain set. I think it's going to be the camera.
Oh, I forgot the camera's awesome. Up,
The Up House.
yes, dude, I'm so happy.
That's a good one.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome.
I want to do that one too.
There were so many, I don't know, great things to choose from.
Yep.
It's hard
It
to
was,
choose.
it was hard. It was really hard to choose.
You got a good one, buddy. You got a really good one.
Yeah, it was.
Angela's done that one. She
really
really liked it.
How many pieces are on that one? 70,000?
43,217.
Bless your heart. That's going to take a while.
43,217.
117. See, Snickerdoodle said, that's a great one. That was my first bill. Nicole says she's working on it now. Disneyland fan says Sam's Club has a bunch of Disney Christmas Lego sets. They do.
Mm.
Costco does too. Bunch of Lego sets, period. Stacy bought it for Ray a while ago. I haven't picked that one up yet. I want to build that one, but I haven't got it.
Yeah, that's a good one. I was going through my stuff, because it's out of storage now.
Uh-huh.
And I came across something I forgot I even had. And it,
Yeah,
was a Lego. And I forgot I had the Steamboat Willie Lego.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's already built, so it was shrink wrapped really tight. And still got the boxes and everything. I forgot all about that one. But yeah, I've got it and it's done and put together. And
That's cool.
that and, the main castle.
Yeah.
So Zach was asking me today. He goes, when you gave all of our Legos, there's a place called Brickology or something like that.
Yep.
When we moved down here from Pittsburgh,
Uh-huh.
because they had so many sets and they just kept them all in this one bit. I mean, it was huge. I had to get like 3 garbage bags to get it all in. So we took it all up there, and Zach's like, "Hey, did you save any of my minifigures from my Star Wars sets before you gave them away?" I'm like, "No, Zach, I didn't." He goes, that Count Dooku's I guess he looked up the Count Dooku one that he had. I guess it was like $350. I'm like, who would pay
Jeez.
Yeah.
$350 for a minifigure?
So it's got more money than me.
The minifigs do bring some money, actually. Yeah.
I probably should have kept all the minifigs out of their sets.
I was so glad that I got the complete set of the Muppet minifigs when those came out a couple of years ago. Not saying they're worth anything, but I love those minifigs.
I'm so glad I finished this before Chris finished Miracle.
I'm glad you did too.
The hair. That's crazy.
Sam's Club had the Disney 100 camera set. That's cool. Jeff, now that you're buying Legos and whatnot, you can tell Zach too. When you buy Lego at Target, you can enter your receipt on Lego's website and you can get your points just as if you purchased it directly from Lego.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They're the only store that you can do that with is Target.
Target's the only one?
Uh-huh.
Because he gets a discount at Target.
There you go. And even if they're on sale, you still get points. You can still submit it and get points.
Wow, I didn't know that. Do you have to download the app?
Nope. Nope. Last time I did it, I just scanned it here on my computer and submitted it through the website.
Yeah.
It took them maybe not even 24 hours, and they had updated my account with my points website.
Ron got that big, I'm not sure if you've seen it yet.
He showed me.
The Jabba the Hutt.
Oh, yeah. The barge.
Yeah.
The barge.
Looks so cool.
Have you ever been to an IKEA?
Yes.
You know how they have those big plastic bags for you to shop with?
Uh-huh.
So they brought out one of those for his Lego. They put it in one of those for his Lego.
Wow.
I mean, it was probably bigger than one of the ones at IKEA. The box was huge.
I watch people buy the castle at my local Lego store, and they go carrying it out in this great big cardboard shipping box. And I'm always jealous of them because I've always wanted that one, but I hadn't got it.
Is that the last set? The last bag?
Last bag, yep.
The hair in the glasses.
Hair and the glasses.
What's the next book you're reading?
Reflections, the Mulan book.
What if she had traveled to the underworld?
Look, I know you miss her, man. But you can't keep doing this to yourself. She's moved on. Meanwhile, you're out there just walking the streets at night, alone, in a river of darkness.
Wednesday already tomorrow. Because flying.
Jeff, do you have any fun stories as Disneyland fan?
I don't have any fun stories I can tell on stream. I'm gonna tell you what, I was very impressed with her Silver Lake golf course yesterday.
That looked like a fun course.
The other side's good too, and then Fantasia Gardens, the one over there by the big course, it's good too. It's got all door towards Fantasia with the hippos and the alligators and all that.
Yeah, I've done that one.
How much is it? How much is a round there?
Now $19, and all four of them, which is not bad. So it used to cost me about $12 or $13 to play. But that price has gone up to $19. Then you still get your 15% discount. If you play second round, you get 25% off the second round.
That's what I was about to ask. Is if you do they have like a?
It's part of my sports package. So if I was there before 4 o'clock, I get a free round every day before 4 o'clock.
Really? That's
I'm just not there before 4 o'clock. So
Yeah, I have that too. Angela's like, why do you get the sports package? You don't golf until after 4 anyway. Like,
you get free golf nonstop over at the walking course at Shades of Green.
yeah.
Oak
Football
Trails.
too.
Yeah, and then you get all the water parks too. They're included as well.
I know, but we don't go to the water parks anymore since we have the pool.
That's probably true too.
all right. Here's your
Oh, he's
book.
done.
Very nice. Oh, you're just ripping them out.
It was close second place there, Chris, to Jeff.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll strive to do better.
Ooh.
You had a bunch of pieces left over.
Now, what do you do with all those extra pieces?
So I've been keeping them in one of my little puzzle trays over here, and then eventually I'll go through and sort them. And I've got a shelving bin over here that I put them all up.
I usually put mine in a baggie and then I save them all, so use them for something. My niece, when she builds her set, she breaks them down and then throws all the Lego. She keeps all the books, but all the Lego going together. So one day I sorted them all for her. We're talking tubs and boxes of these Lego, and she's got now boxes of white Lego, boxes of yellow Lego, and so forth. So, are you opening that, Chris?
I was about to say, should I start this tonight? I'm thinking.
It is midnight.
I think I'm gonna hold off.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not gonna be able to probably stay if you finish that work through.
This one's 40,748 pieces.
Wow, and you got to build it 8 times.
I have to build it 8 times.
Wow. That's neat how you can build it 8 different ways.
So, you've ever build a brick bed, Jeff?
I've never, Ron brought Zach a brickhead yesterday.
Nice. Well, all the interior is exactly the same. So you can't make all 8 of those. You can only do 1 at a time.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can change it. But so a lot of those pieces are interchangeable, but there's extra pieces in there, but the core inside of it's all the same.
Yeah. I think I'm going to end up buying 2 more of these, to be honest.
You want to keep them displayed, don't you?
Yeah. Because I really like, it's weird, but I really like the classic blue
Yeah.
and gray. And I like the original Adam West one.
Oh.
And then I kind of like the animated series.
I was just saying, what are the 2 with no ears? But I guess they're tiny.
That's the Batman versus Superman Ben Affleck one.
No, nobody wants that one.
Did you see the Batmobile? Like the Adam West Batmobile?
That one looks so cool. I want that thing.
I had that in my
Who,
hand.
who just grabbed that?
I had it in my hands.
No.
Ron
Ron
did.
picked it up.
Ron picked it up.
Yeah, somebody showed it to me yesterday. So I was at. So Ron got that set too.
I had it in my hands, and I put it down, and I got the upset.
I'm
Yeah,
proud
yeah.
of you. The upset's pretty cool.
I do want that one. That Batmobile is so cool.
I like that. That's the best Batmobile.
It is. It is.
Turbines of engine.
All right, let me bring y'all back over here. And
What'd you decide, Chris? What are we doing? Oh, he's
call
back.
it a night. Yeah, tomorrow is Wednesday, so you got Tina.
Gosh, I had a creative
Tomorrow you got Amy, AJC Magic. You got Zippity Doo Dug. You got Joey S. And the ladies or gang or whoever. The not so short and sassy if Kenneth H is with them. You got Diz and That tomorrow night with Steve and the fellas doing something. We're not sure what.
Yep. Something special.
Tomorrow is Munchkin Buckets at Duncan. Really?
What?
I could go for a Munchkin right now.
Would you like a Halloween thing if you get by Munchkins or?
I
I
don't
like the blue bucket at McDonald's.
Maybe so. So, hope everybody has a great night. Have a good Wednesday. We're it's Hump Day. Made it to
Hump
Hump
Day?
Day. Huh?
I said Hump Day.
Hump Day. Love you all. Take care. We'll see you back Thursday night, probably after Jeff and Corey and everybody, and see what trouble we can get into. Take care. Sweet dreams. Love you all. See you next time. Bye. Toodles.